Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to my channel, Run Free and Strong. I'm Reto. We're back on the Appalachian Trail for episode 5 of our series, Running the Appalachian Trail in Connecticut. It's been about 8 days since I completed my Yeti 100-mile virtual endurance run, and it's time to get back on the trails. In episodes 1 through 4, we ran northbound from Kent, Connecticut towards the Massachusetts border on the Appalachian Trail. And we traversed the mountain Glacier Rock on our way to Collapse Peak and John's Ledges before descending down to the Housatonic. Today, we're going to go southbound over Mount Algo, right across the street towards Housatonic Mountain. It's about noontime here, so we have about 4.5 hours of daylight. Good news, I remember to bring my headlamp this time. On episode 4, I ran the last 2 miles in complete dark. Also, kudos to Ben Notley of Bender Runs and Dan of Dan Runs. I'll link their YouTube channels below for completing the 50K Centurion running ultra in the UK. Congrats guys, great job, well done. For Ben, it was his first, and for Dan, I believe it was his second, so keep going, guys. Right from the get-go, we are climbing. This is definitely not runnable, so we will see how far we climb before we get a little bit of running. Trail's pretty wet. Wet leaves, gonna be fun. Wearing my Torin 2s. Love these shoes. Weather's nice. It's sunny. High 40s. So perfect for running and climbing. A lot of moss, overgrown rocks. So just quick catch up on my recovery. Like I said, about 8 days after my Yeti 100-mile virtual. Feeling good. Much better recovery after my September in-person Yeti, where my feet were totally trashed and I was completely banged up. And this time, the 2 months in between, or really 6 weeks of training, I think helped me improve my fitness, my strength, my mobility, and also aided in the recovery. Let's take a look at it. This is really just gorgeous. Very different from the northbound side. This looks like the shady side of the mountain, so probably doesn't get a lot of sunlight. Looks like there's a lot of moisture in here, and therefore a lot of ferns, a lot of moss. I think once we get to the top of Mount Algo, we're going to run along a ridge for a while towards Housatonic Mountain. So there definitely should be some runnable sections in here. Getting back on the trail for me, it's just so great. Really huge amount of gratitude for being able to do this. Looks like there's very short sections here. I might actually get some running in. So now that I've completed my Yeti 100 virtual, my first 100-mile belt buckle, which I'm totally stoked about. Took 2 attempts, but got the job done. I'm looking forward to 2021. I have some big goals. I put out a video about my 2021 goals. Big one for me is the Algo Ultra Trail, mid-July, in Grindelwald, Switzerland, which is 101K. mountain trail race, about 6,700 meters of vert, or 22,000 feet. The training starts now. I gotta continue learning, experimenting, exploring, failing, making mistakes on these technical trails, and getting into a regular program of getting some vert, some climbing in. Otherwise, I'm not going to be able to do an Eiger Ultra or another mountain trail race. Although this section looks runnable because of the grade, there's just no way. There's too many freaking rocks. This is the gnarly East Coast Appalachian Trail. Crazy. More short section that's runnable here. I'm gonna take every opportunity we can to run. We're on a pretty steep downward descent here. The rocks and the leaves are slippery. Don't want to end up on our rear end. Could be painful on these rocks. Oh yeah, check this out. Beautiful. Well, this is going to be fun to cross. Best way to cross this without getting our feet wet. Unfortunately, it's too cold. Well, that was kind of interesting. Adventurous to get across, but we did it. So let's pick up the trail and keep going. Take every opportunity we can get to run a little bit, even if it's 20, 30, 50 feet. And a little bit of uphill here. Okay. This is just a mess in here. Wow. It's even hard to climb. So props to all the men and women who have either through hiked or run the Appalachian Trail. Some crazy FKTs, fastest known times they've been run. I just did a profile on Joe McConaughy, who set the FKT on the Appalachian Trail in 2017 in 45 days and change. Joe did it self-supported. Running along the ridgeline here, as I mentioned earlier, it's very pretty, but hard to enjoy the views right running on the edge here. Woo! Running up some rock faces here. Beautiful. Another beautiful view. Feeling a little wiped, tired. We're about 3.6 miles in. At 4, we're going to turn around, make an 8-mile day. A lot more climbing than I thought. A lot more rocks and roots and twists and turns and ups and downs, so pretty exhausting. Much slower going than I had calculated looking at the map. And again, being in my recovery from the Yeti 100 virtual, don't want to overstress my body or get injured. Another beautiful stream that we're going to cross. Four miles in, gonna turn around here, an hour and 45 minutes on the dot. Very slow, tough going, lots of climbing. I would say 5 to 10% runnable. I'll be able to tell once I look at the Strava, but pretty tough going. So we'll turn around here. Probably not going to film a lot on the way back. When I move quickly, the sun's going down. I do have my headlamp, but still, the more ground I can cover while it's still light out, the better. And yeah, we'll talk to you probably once we get back to Route 341, Macedonia Road, where my car is parked. Thanks for coming so far on a journey with me, and would appreciate if you gave the video a big thumbs up. Leave me a comment below. What are you doing to get ready for 2021? Are you taking time off, letting your body rest and recover, refreshing your mind, or are you continuing to train? And if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please hit that subscribe button to follow my journey. Would appreciate it. Thanks very much. Just checking in past the 7-mile point. So a mile to go, 3 hours, 5 minutes. You can see the sun starting to set over the mountain behind me. So we have enough daylight to get back. We're still climbing. This has been quite a brutal 8 miles by the time we're done. It'll be interesting to take a look at it on Strava, but I don't think there was a single flat section. It was either up or down, and whatever was reasonably runnable really wasn't. 50 feet and then tons of rocks to climb over. I am going to sleep well tonight. Back in the car, run done 8.14 miles, 2,620 feet of vert. Average pace was like 26.5 minutes, which is horrible when we look at it on Strava, but again, very little runnable. Whatever I could run was around 9-minute pace, but basically nothing. The rest was all climbing. Glad to get the vert, and the time on my feet was 3 hours 35 minutes, so that's good as well. Monday's a day off, and then hopefully we'll be back onto more flatter, more runnable trails. Thanks, and see you in the next one.